Hey, welcome back to our YouTube channel, Mike the Pan Man. I am Mike the Pan Man with Townecraft Cookware. Mike Pugh is my name. My website is MikeThePanman.com. And I always like to say, not Mike the Pot Man, that'll mess you up. That's not me, okay? But MikeThePanman.com. Today we're going to show you how to do vegetables in your Townecraft cookware. So with vegetables, first of all, let me say that there are two rhymes for using Townecraft. The first one is preheat for meat. And you can go back and look at my fried chicken videos or my man pan video where we're doing the steak or anything like that. We preheat for meat, okay? The other rhyme is medium to low is all you need to know. So you turn it on medium. When it steams, you turn it to low. Now, when I say medium, that's a relative term. You can have 4 eyes on your stove or 4 burners, whatever you call them, and have 4 different temperatures. So you're going to have to find out where medium is, okay? So just experiment with that, you'll be fine. I did have a lady call me not too long ago. This is a true story. She said, I know you said medium to low is all you need to know, but my stove doesn't say medium. I said, what does it say? She said 1 to 10. I said, well, let's just try 5, see if it works. Okay, so somewhere in the middle range. You want to turn it on, and when your pan starts to steam well, turn it down. And then we've got a cookbook. You know, you've got a cookbook that comes with your cookware. It shows you how to do the timing on fresh or frozen vegetables. You can always call me, or you can always contact me at MikeThePanman.com. My phone number is on there. Just call me and we'll talk you through it, okay? First thing I want to show you is how to do baked potatoes and corn on the cob. I'm talking about the best you've ever had, okay? All you do is take a pan, proper size, and when I say proper size, you want to have your pans about 3/4 full, okay? You don't want to have a whole lot of extra air, so you have them about 3/4 full. I've got 2 good-sized baking potatoes here, and I've got paper towels in. That may sound weird, but what you do is you get your paper towels soaking wet, and when I say soaking, I'm talking about good and wet, okay? Get your paper towels good and wet. Simply put your corn on the cob or baking potatoes in there, put the lid on, put it on medium. When it steams, turn it down, okay? Of course, your corn on the cob is not going to take very long. Baking potatoes, about that size once they steam, and all of our times are geared to once they steam because, again, of the uneven heats of different stoves. And by the way, medium on a gas stove is when the flame is barely hitting the bottom and starting to spread, and low is when you can barely see the flame, okay? But just rinse them off, put the lid on, make sure you got plenty of water in that paper towel, plenty of moisture, and then put the lid on. When it steams, turn it on medium. When it steams, turn it to low, and it's gonna be great. You're gonna really, really love it. We're gonna show you some other vegetables, okay? So here we have, and all you do, by the way, is just get your cookware, put it on the stove, get your pan, you can get your vegetables from the can, the garden, the freezer, it doesn't matter. Simply put them in, okay? Rinse them off, okay? Rinse them off well, and pour the water right back off, okay? Just get rid of that water. Now, if you have a gas stove, you want to do something like that quick little shot of spray in there, spray of water in there, just to get you just a barrier. That's a good barrier. Now I'm just going to put this on the stove. I'm going to turn it on medium, okay? Now my stove says medium, so I don't have any issue with that. Okay, this one is, that's a 1.5 quart saucepan with a flat cover. This is a 9-inch skillet with a dome cover, and in here I've got frozen corn and frozen peas, okay? So my question is, would you ever put those two together? And most people say no, because typically you're gonna be boiling, you're gonna be stirring, they're all gonna end up tasting the same. So my favorite joke on my presentation is you can cook these two together. When you get through, there won't be no pea taste in your corn, okay? Also won't be any corn taste in the peas, but that's not quite as funny. Put them in there, and if you have something starchy, in this case, corn, or you have something frozen, in this case, both of them, instead of rinsing them off and pouring the water back off, just get you about 3 or 4 tablespoons of water, put it in there, that's all you need, put the lid on it. Want to take a guess what we're going to turn it on? Medium. Turn it on medium. When it steams, we'll turn it to low, okay? So let's go here, medium. And then this is a 2-quart saucepan, and in here we've got broccoli, fresh broccoli, okay? Now, rinse it off, pour the water back off, that's fine, okay? I'll show you. We're gonna rinse it off and pour the water back off. But with this broccoli, you know, and some things like cabbage or whatever, you want to have plenty of moisture in there. Now, not enough to boil. Let me say this: when you get through cooking broccoli or broccoli or green beans or peas, your water's green. You get through cooking corn, it's kind of yellow. You get through cooking carrots, it's kind of orange. When you lose color, you lose 2 things: vitamins and flavor. That's the 2 reasons why we eat: vitamins and flavor, okay? But you lose that. So with this, you're keeping the vitamins, you're keeping the flavor. So you put that on the table. Everybody doesn't have to reach for the salt shaker right away, because you don't have to add as much salt and pepper and butter, okay? Of course, in the South here, if we lose flavor, we're going to add salt, pepper, butter, and sugar. It's the holy quadruple, or whatever you want to call it. But anyway, it's the 4 things. But we're not going to add any of that. Okay, so you try it. And so I did rinse that off and pour the water back off. Now I'm going to add just maybe a half a second, little shot of water in there. Okay, we don't want that broccoli scorching, and it does scorch very easily because it doesn't really hold the water well. So I'm going to put that on. I'll give you a nickel if you can figure out what we're going to turn it on. That's right, medium. All right, contact me, MikeThePanman.com. I'll send you a nickel. All right, and so that's our vegetables. I do want to show you one more thing. In most pans, you're going to see heat rings in here, because whatever the pattern is on the stove, it burns. It burns here, it burns inside, it burns your food. But with Townecraft, once the heat hits that, instead of going through, it goes sideways, and it transfers heat around the pan. Well, we roll the edges, okay? And I'll show you what I mean by that. We roll the edges on our pans. As far as I know, we're the only ones that still do that. We don't cut any corners. And it fits in a little groove here. So when you turn it on medium, when it steams, you turn it down. When you turn it down, that pan lid it kind of pulls a vacuum because of the rolled edge and the ridge. And then it cooks like a pressure cooker, up and down, in and out, all the way around. So you never have to stir the food. Put it on, it steams, you turn it down. Don't have to worry about it again until it's time to eat, okay? So we'll show you that, and we'll come back in just a few minutes and show you how the vegetables look, all right? All right, we said medium to low is all you need to know. So we've got a pan steaming back here. So simply what we're gonna do, turn it to low, okay? And I'm not sure if you can see over here, but this one right here, over here, this one's on medium and it's steaming. So we're gonna turn it to low, okay? Now I will tell you on the broccoli, my wife and I like our broccoli a little al dente. So once it steams good like it is now, we just turn it off. It's gonna be nice and beautiful. And then this is our corn and peas. It's about to steam, so if you want to save some money, let's just show you how to do that. You just turn that one off, stack that one up on there, and now you've got corn, peas, carrots, and an egg all cooking on low, okay? Let me make sure I get that one turned to low, get that one turned down to low. So now we've got all of that cooking on low, and that's all there is to it. Now it's just a timing thing. You time it, and another good thing about our cookware is it holds the heat for a long time. So I know a lot of people have kids that are playing ball, or they're going to dance recitals and all that sort of stuff. And once the food is done, you can turn it off. Typically, it's going to stay good and warm enough to eat for 2 or 2.5 hours, depending on what you cooked. But I'm talking about not having to stand over the stove, not having to stir, not having to do any of that stuff, and then also just leaving it alone, let it do its own job, and then staying hot for a couple of hours. So if your husband's running late, wife's running late, or, you know, kids need to go do some kind of activity, just let it steam, turn it down, let it go. All right, we're wrapping up our vegetable video. We just want you to see them, okay? First off, here's our carrots, okay? See how beautiful? All of the all of the color is still in your vegetables. That's our carrots. Here's our corn and peas, okay? And then here's our broccoli. All Right, see how beautiful those are? And they're cooked. They're cooked all the way through. But they have all the vitamins and all the minerals. Again, the reason why we eat. Now I'm going to do something real quick here. I'm going to grab a napkin. I'm going to cut that egg just to show you. Look at that egg, cooked all the way through. Not a drop of water. Just laid it on top because of the even heat of the pan. So again, God bless you. Thanks for being here with us. Go on Mike the Pan Man on my YouTube, hit subscribe and hit the bell. And then every time we put a new video up, you'll get a notification. So God bless you. Thanks for being with us. Hope you enjoy the videos. Hope you enjoy using your cookware to a greater degree.